Hi, I'm Tanya, and I'm the head of business development at Siminum. My interest in biology started at a very young age. I always had a passion for science and the cosmos.
The cosmos is all that is, or ever was, or ever will be.
But really, my passion for biology really took center stage. And so when I decided to go to university, I knew I wanted to pursue biology and the health sciences. And so I studied molecular biology at the undergraduate level, and I continued on to study microbiology and immunology. So my first experience was in clinical research. I worked for about 10 years in clinical research, both as a scientist and as a project manager, overseeing large phase 1 and phase 2 clinical trials. While I was working, I decided to go back to school and also pursue an MBA. And after that, I had spent a lot of time in clinical research, but I felt that I wanted to do more. I had an opportunity to actually leave clinical research. So I actually pursued a position in the cannabis industry, which was right around the time cannabis became legal in Canada. One of the main reasons that I left clinical research was because of the inefficiencies. I felt that things were moving too slowly for my liking. And when I came across this opportunity to use AI in clinical research, well, that really piqued my interest because I knew that really the next wave of technology was going to be in AI and machine learning. And so that's how I ended up here at my current position in business development. Great, thank you. Okay, great. Let's see what we have here. You can't connect the dots looking forward.
You can only connect them looking backwards.
Said by Steve Jobs. I would say that growth isn't linear, right? And I think there's this need to want to see our growth as being very constant and continuous and linear in one direction. But that's not really the reality. If you think back to a time where you were growing, sometimes it can feel like we're taking one step forward and 2 steps back. And that's hard. People who are right most of the time are the people who change their minds often. Jeff Bezos.
I'm the founder of Amazon.com.
Whether you love Amazon or not, I'd have to agree with this statement. I think that when we're young, we see the world in black and white and right and wrong. And, this is taught in the education system. And there's only one right answer to a question, or there's only one way of solving a problem. As we grow up, I think we begin to appreciate the gray a little more. And what I always say is that for almost anything, the answer usually lies somewhere in the middle. And so I think our ability to listen, to understand, as opposed to listening to respond, is a great predictor in our professional and in personal success. And so when we have the capacity to be open, to see things from a different angle, we're able to come at a problem with new solutions. My own personal quotes. I'm the author of my own story. I'm the architect of my own life. It's so funny because I had come up with that just at a spur of a moment when I first created my Instagram account, and I needed something to write on my profile, and it just came to me. And it's funny because I didn't even really know why. Didn't really connect with it so much at first. And it's so funny that as I go on in life and through my personal growth journey, how much I connect to that quote more and more every day. I think at first that starts with self-awareness. Are we able to communicate with others? And a lot of people say, well, communication is key in relationships. And yes, that's true, but what's the step before communication? And it's really that self-awareness. And another aspect is the personal responsibility. It's only once we take personal responsibility and refuse to let our past dictate our future, that's where we're able to really shift and design and create our life, the life that we desire, we choose. And certainly no one can change the past, and it's no one's fault for certain circumstances that we each have, but we all have the choice to change that. And it's not an easy journey, and I've definitely learned it's baby steps and celebrating the small wins along the way. But I do believe that you can have the life you truly desire.